guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Paula with us, and he can say his name and what he does in the band.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Andy. I write, play guitar, and yeah, I'm one half of Paula.
Awesome. So my first question is, how'd you start out, Paula? Obviously, how did you two meet, and like, how did you start writing music?
Yeah, man. Oh, forgot to throw in that I do vocals too, which is pretty important. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It was like a year ago, around like December. I had been writing, been playing, a lot on my own, and I was like, I want to compose a song. I want to get some music out there. So I invested into some studio time. Got kind of like this first rendition together of the song called "The Mountain and I," which is on this EP we just released, and I put it out there to my friends and family, to like Facebook, kind of get a gist of people's temperature, what their read was on it, and I got a lot of good feedback, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll like look into this a little more. So in April last year, I recorded 2 more songs. I actually had a drummer, which is cool, so we were able to do a lot more technical drum work, and those 2 songs are also on the EP, but redone, remastered, remixed, retracked, all that. And yeah, those were well received too. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna like look into this. I really enjoy the creative process of writing. I enjoy the headache it it creates. Like I just think about it a lot. So and it makes me happy. And yeah, I want to try now. Oh shit! I lose you, Brandon?
Yeah,
Cool.
you're still good. Like, so how did you meet your like second half of Paulo? Like, how did you meet? He does,
Yeah.
like, what does he do? He does like the drumming, I would assume, and all the stuff like that. So how did you guys meet, and how did you like kind of form that partnership into Paula?
Yeah, we actually met on Craigslist. Yeah, not misconnections. Like
Okay.
no weird shit. No, I had those 2, like I had those 3 songs in like April, right? So I put them out. I was like, hey, if I play this kind of music, I'm looking for a lead guitar. So I was hoping to start like forming a band. And so Taylor, my bandmate, who would actually be lead guitarist, and he's a producer, so he mastered the whole EP. He's like, a huge reason it sounds like as great as it does. He hit me up. He was like, yeah, let's start playing. And we were trying to write, I was trying to teach him songs, and it kind of just worked out where it's like, you know what, man, let's just make an EP. You've already got like these songs. It's just like, go in there. And now with the EP being out, now we're actually looking at playing live gigs.
Oh, that's really cool, because like,
Yeah.
I feel like in a lot of like band situations, I think for me, like, just kind of like, either if I interview other bands or do it over Skype, it's like, how do they get to the point where they like write music, and it's just kind of like a cool connection where like even Craigslist, as weird as it sounds, is like you can find somebody to like do music with and like kind of like interact. So I think for me, and just for the channel myself, like meeting people, like if I hit somebody up on like Reddit, they'll like message me, and they're like from like states away. So it's like a really cool experience, and I'm sure it's like a cool experience for like in the same regard for like finding other band members to like write music with.
For sure, man. Yeah, I actually put out an APB for a drummer on Craigslist last night. Same, like pretty much same template. I'm like, this is the music we make. Do you like it? Come play it with us if you're in Austin, Texas. So if you're a drummer in Austin, Texas,
there you go.
hit us up.
Awesome. So my next question, Andy, what are some favorite venues you like to go catch a show at?
Yeah, man, Austin's got some great venues. The Mohawk off of Red River is a great venue. It's a converted, I think it's like an Oldsmobile dealership from like the 50s.
Oh, cool.
So it's got this like really weird layout where like you walk in and there's like a bar, and then behind the bar is like this little tiny indoor stage. Then outside there's this like tiered, just outdoor venue space, which is great. So that's one. Come and Take It Live is a really good spot. That's like right by my place.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's like really good shows go there. Like a lot of post-hardcore, like emo alternative stuff goes through there, metal. It's great. And then let's see, the last one would probably be a third one. There's one called Barracuda in town.
Okay.
A lot of people aren't too hype on it, but I like it just because you can see, like, I like, I guess, some kind of obscure bands that not a lot of people know about. So you can go catch them. You can just be front row for like $12, and it's rad, and it's a really good environment and good audio.
That's a cool feeling too, because like there's plenty of bands that are out there that are just like unique and stuff, and it's cool to see them in like a small capacity. So, and
For
you
sure.
never know, they could be like the next bigger band, and you're like, I saw them in like a tiny room for
Yeah.
$12 like a year ago or something. So
Yeah, and then it's like, I don't want to see you anymore because you're playing at, some 1,000-seat venue, and it's just like I'm 40 people back.
there you go.
It's
Well, you can have that one memory to live off of is just
right.
that one.
But I want to be like ironically playing those shows one day.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Next question, Andy, to kind of follow up venues. What was the last show that you went to?
man, I did a big nostalgia kick, and I saw Norma Jean like a week and a half ago.
Oh man, I
Weeks
want to
ago.
see that tour so bad too.
Dude, their Redeemer tour was sick. They played with Gideon, Tooth Grinder, and a bunch of local bands. There's one other band they toured with. I can't remember the name. Um, but yeah, man, it was a sick show. It was at Come and Take It, actually. Audio was great. Norma Jean is just, they're like, black belts and live performance. So everything sounded tight, huge, and it was awesome, man.
The last band on that tour is the band that I'm like most hyped on for this year. They're called Grey Haven. So
Yeah, that's
they're
it.
absolutely killer. They just put out a new record too yesterday. So it's like so good.
Nice.
I can't elaborate on how good it is, but it's like that tour is really good because I love Gideon. Gideon's like one of my favorite bands, and
Yeah,
then Tooth Grinder is actually a band from New Jersey, so like I know them. I've seen them around too. So I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna like be working that night. So I'm like, should I like call out? I don't know.
yeah, you
So
should totally. I'll tell you that. Yeah, but I'm bummed I missed Grey Haven. I was supporting like a local band called The Vinus that I had bought tickets from, and the guy was really cool, Angelo from them. Little two-piece, similar to us, and I caught them, and I was like, "Fuck, I need some tacos, man." I was so hungry. So we left, and when we came back, we caught Tooth Grinder, and then of course Miss Grey Haven. So
oh
I'm
man,
bummed. I'll have to catch them next time.
yeah, they're ridiculous. I'm excited to see them. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But my next question
Sure.
is probably the most important question. What are some of your musical influences?
Man, it spans all over because I can remember being like, 17, 16 in my car, like driving to school, just like belting, like As Cities Burn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like I get like a lot of that, like 2004 to like 2008, 2009, like post-hardcore is a huge influence on me. Circa Survive, I love kind of from that era. More their music tailored then, like less their recent stuff. Not knocking it. It's just stuff sticks with you
Of
at certain
course.
points
Yeah,
in your life.
absolutely.
Yeah, like Norma Jean, of course, Under Oath. Like I think a few albums would be like not Redeemer. What's it? Define the Great Line.
Yeah, Define the Great
But
Line, yep.
that was just like when that came out after They're Only Chasing Safety. It was such a departure from where they were, and it was like so profound, and also like the message was so pure. That was really powerful to me. But more recent stuff would be Tiny Moving Parts.
Yes, they're killer.
His guitar work, man, is sick. Live, they're awesome. I actually saw them at Mohawk in that tiny little room I talked about, and they were crazy. And he's doing those insane licks and
Yeah.
like harmonics and just belting over it, and that I love it. And then Pianos Become the Teeth.
Yeah, they're awesome too.
Yeah, they're I can't remember their most recent CD and then the CD right before, which I'm ashamed I don't know the answer to that because that was like one of my favorite albums of the year when it came out.
I'll help you out so you can continue.
Okay, yeah. I think the most recent one is like
I think it's
one.
fake. I think it's like something love. I know that. I'm not the biggest
Is it
fan
Late
of that.
Love?
I think so. I'm looking it up. Uh, Okay, here we go. Albums. All right. So the newest one is "Wait for Love."
Okay,
And
okay,
they've had Old Pride was released in 2010. The Lack Long After was 2011. Keep You was in 2014.
that's it. Keep you.
I think it's
God, it's already
Keep.
been 4 years. Holy
Yes.
shit. Okay. Well, that's an awesome. It's an amazing album. I encourage people to listen to that. And I'm also just super impressed by people's evolutions. Where like I said with Under Oath, and then Pianos Become the Teeth. We're kind of like that loud, semi like emo thrashy vibe with like the really dirty, high, scratchy vocals, and then they just cleaned it up, and just all like the whole production of that album is incredible.
What did you think about the new Underoath single? Because I know everybody's like, I,
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
they
like I
said
feel
they
I,
said fuck. Yeah,
I feel like for me, like I like those were what that was definitely one of the bands that I grew up listening to. Is just kind of like a nostalgic band. It
yeah.
still is, no doubt. But I feel like for me, like when people were like, oh, like they were surprised that they were releasing a new record, and then I was like, I saw them do the two records back to back, Define and They're Only Chasing Safety, and then I missed them with Bring Me to. I don't know, I
Mhm.
was just being an idiot. But like for me, it's just kind of cool to see them resurface and like have the original members. So I was curious what you thought about it because I know you've been mentioning them in terms of influences. So what do you think about the new track and like, do you think the album is gonna be good?
Um, yeah, I think it's gonna be good, man. Like the production sounds insane.
Yeah, I would agree.
Um, just to touch on the topic, that's, I guess like a lot of blogs were all over that, and people are like freaking out on Twitter, and it's so stupid. It's like I think they were announced their like band's affiliation with Christianity almost 10 years ago.
Yes.
Maybe it wasn't super public, and that's why a lot of people are maybe unaware. But also like who cares?
Yeah.
Who like really who gives a shit? But I thought it was really really dope. I thought the way they released it was rad. Really tying in like the concept of erase me to like literally wiping out every post on social media to like one. I thought that was really really clever. The website, the reveal was really clever. So if it's anything like the effort they put into marketing, it's gonna be big and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna have to go see him, but they'll probably skip Austin, which sucks.
That's all right. You can come to New Jersey. I'm going to
Fuck
that.
yeah!
I'm
I was
going to
born in
that.
New Jersey.
Oh, really? Cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
Then you have to come out to New Jersey, and then we'll go see them in PA because, like, they're playing. The
down.
closest,
Okay,
the closest they're playing is like an hour ish away from my house, so I'm like
okay.
okay with driving there. And I
Not
was
that
telling
bad.
like a few of my friends like it completely sucks because the same night in New Jersey, Parkway is doing a headliner. So it's like Under Oath, Parkway. It's like which one do
Yeah.
you see?
Well, what
Because
do you
like
think about their new song?
okay, so I know I'm
'Cause a lot
gonna
of people
get
are
I,
like,
I know I'm gonna
all
get
right,
some hate for it, so I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm embracing the hate.
you're gonna say you like it.
I actually loved the first thing they did with him just like in that black background and like he does that kind of like almost like a western style like intro. It's very cool. I thought that
Mhm.
was neat. I think it's called Wishing Wells. I really enjoyed that track a lot, and I was like, okay, they're going back to heavy. Like it's happening. Like awesome. And then the most recent track, I forget what it's called. It's like one word too. Um,
Mhm.
I didn't like it. I think it's like very much a B-side track from like Ire, their most recent record. It kind
Mm.
of is like that more like I don't even want to call it dad rock because it really isn't, but it's like almost like if you took like Metallica and made them like modern. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like I understand you did that on the last record, and that's totally fine. Like I'm not gonna like everything everybody puts out, but
Right.
um, I don't know. I think I'm on the fence about it. I liked the first song that they released, and the second one I'm just not quite sure on. So what do you think about it?
I mean, to begin with, I'm not a huge fan of
I was
Parkway
gonna say
Drive.
same, yeah.
Um, I've never been. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak ill of them, but I've never just been into their music. Like, starting even like 10 years ago. I did really like their documentary they put out. I think it was like home is where your heart is or something like that. I
I
think
think you're
that
right. Yeah,
that's what it
I
was
think you were
called.
right, or something close. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was really cool, and they seemed like a really good group of guys. I was just never into the music, and so this track, it sounds like, I feel like a lot of bands are, especially like a lot of older ones, are having to. They're like, we need to monetize, like we can't, because we're getting old. We have responsibilities now. We can't just like live in a Chevy work van and travel the country all the time. So. Yeah, it seems like maybe they're trying to branch into a new audience. I don't know if they had a producer calling the shots in that song. That's kind of one thing. Writing music is, and like I'm super new to it. Right, like I only have like this 6-song EP out, but just knowing what it goes to like writing and composing a song, and then I can only imagine what having a label and a producer in there is
Yeah.
just saying. So it could have been a totally different song when they started. And then this guy, just was like, "Let
Turn
me
the
make this."
Metallica like
Yeah,
knob up.
yeah, Metallica knob up, cool knob down. But it's kind of reminiscent of Mice and Men's new CD, their
Yes,
recent one.
would agree with that. Yeah,
It's like,
it's definitely going into that like I almost consider it, and I'm definitely gonna get some hate for this. I consider it like dad core now. It's so like all the bands that are old enough and they're like in that parental age that
yeah,
is now dad core.
2 year old,
So
right?
that's gonna be the new coin thing if you are in that genre. And I'm not trying to diss on Parkway. I think they are a great band. They sound they I'm sure they sound great live too. That
Yeah,
like it's legitimately no hate. I just feel like in terms of sound, like they gotta adapt, they gotta change. Like you said, they gotta monetize, and I feel like a lot of bands are gonna have to kind of restructure what they think and how they do stuff, and they got to be
right.
inventive. So I think for me, like whatever catches my eye is like something that's like, okay, this is something that I haven't heard in a while, and I'm
Mm,
gonna go pick it up. Like that's my
yeah,
thought behind it. But I know that's not everybody's.
for sure. And it seems, yeah, I would say, I think they're just trying to reach a new audience,
Of
probably.
course.
Like a good example of a band that has stayed pretty true consistently for years and years and years. I feel like it's Darkest Hour. Like you hear
Yes.
Darkest Hour and you're
Yep.
like, that shit is consistent from like Sadist Nation all the way up to now. Like you hear like the theme, but I would debate they probably haven't really ever, they probably plateaued somewhere on their audience. And yeah, it just makes sense. People are like, all right, let's try something else, see if it works, gets more people on board. Who
Awesome,
knows?
Andy. My next question
Yeah.
is kind of in relation to influences. What have been some bands that you've been jamming more recently?
Oh man. Um, let's see. That's a good question. It's all over, dude. It's like it used to be. I guess with how much audio you can just hear now so easily. It's like it's all scattered. It's way more dispersed than it
Yep.
used to. You asked me like 6 years ago, and it's like, yeah, it's like the same, 50 songs. I'm actually into. I'm into a pretty varied amount of music, so I don't just listen to like what the avenue like I play, like what Paula does. Um, I'm really into like I think I'm trying to think of the genre. It's like uh, chill hop. There's a guy named Klimix,
Okay.
Klimeks, and he just has like these really sick chill beats. And I don't know why, but that like influences Paula. You probably won't hear it at all, but um, yeah, if I ever did like a music project besides Paula, like I'd kind of want to write stuff like that. Let's see who else. Hmm. I mean, I still just go back to like those bands, man, like those core bands. Die Art is Murder on the super opposite spectrum.
Yeah, they're
Um,
great. Yeah.
they're great, man. They're just heavy as shit, and I love it. I love just like the brutality. They hate God. They hate capitalism. They're like, it's cool. So I would, yeah, give two very wildly different band names there.
And that's cool though, because like I would have never guessed that. Like to like if I was listening to your stuff, I would never be like, yeah, like Die Art is Murder and like Chill
Right,
Rave. Like I got it. That's it.
right.
So for me, that's cool, and I always like when bands whenever they're like releasing a new record or like just kind of like you know, if I like chat with them about stuff, it's like kind of interesting for me to get a perspective in that, like, okay, now I know where they're coming from in general, like in general
Yeah.
terms of like, okay, I would have never expected that if I was like listening to your music. I would have been like, okay, chill wave, like that's definitely an influence. You know, I would have never like that would have been like probably like second to last thing. I would have been like definitely country before that. You know, like something. But for the most part,
Yeah.
like I think it's cool to kind of get a gauge on where people are at, like in terms of what they listen to, because I mean, I feel like regardless of what you listen to, you're gonna be influenced in a different way. So like, I think it's cool for sure.
Yeah, yeah, man. I got to keep it varied. Like I can't listen to one thing. I'll definitely do like, a day where I'm working and I'm like, let's do just, straight 2005 like Southern metalcore, like Maylene and like
Yeah,
old He Is Legend and shit. And then yeah, other days it's like I'm gonna listen to jazz or I'm gonna listen to like Thy Art Is Murder and um, I'll go into like rap. I'll listen to like Gucci Mane and like Big Sean. So it's all over the place, man. But definitely like those. I don't know. It's weird. It's like I think when music hits you at a certain point in your life, it just kind of that is meaningful. It sticks with you, and whatever. It's kind of like attached to you for a while. And I don't know. I guess I haven't heard like a ton recently that's done that. Maybe it's just because I'm like not an angsty like 18-year-old anymore. I'm 27 now, so it's like I think I mostly have my shit together, but still probably not. So yeah, I just go all over the place, man.
awesome, awesome. My next question is another fun question. If you could pick a song to cover, what
Yeah.
song would it be?
Oh, dude, about this. My bandmate really wants to get into doing cover. He challenged me because he doesn't think I can hit the vocals, and I'm like, I can hit the vocals. Is Good Tiger.
Oh yeah, they're
Um,
awesome.
it's I think what's the song called? It's like Salt of the Earth off the new
Yes, yep.
CD. I love the vocals in that. He does have it like Elliot has a super high voice, but like I don't want to do a cover that would be to a T what a band would do. I rewrite the songs. So I actually had a Wonder Years cover, the song
Oh
There
sick.
There. Love that song, and I like completely rewrote it. I actually had it up on a. We might remake that one. I had it up on Spotify for a while, but I wasn't super happy with the song in retrospect, so I abandoned it. But one I really personally want to do is there's a British singer songwriter by the name of Billy Martin, and she just has like this very haunting, somber voice and like this really pretty, just light guitar work. And I want to polyfy that song. So we may have this like really weird, 3-song cover single thing with like wildly different, wildly different bands. So
But it shows your range, so I appreciate that just as like, you know, as somebody who listens to like artists and stuff like that, especially like more underground artists, I feel like it's cool to hear like somebody do like something in the scene. So like Good Tiger I would consider like a scene in the scene
yeah,
of
for
music
sure.
band. And I'm like, okay, that'd be killer. And then you said the singer songwriter and what she does, so then that would be like kind of cool to see how it sound like full band. It just shows a lot of like utilization, and I think it's a cool thought. I definitely feel like I'm behind it, so you should definitely do it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we're looking
But
into it.
that would definitely be cool. But my next question, Andy, another
Yep.
fun one. Favorite
Okay.
food to eat?
Oh man, that's hard. I love I love ramen. I love ramen a lot. Love pho. Um, it's weird. Like I'm not a super. I find a lot of food to be. I don't know. I'm not a foodie. I don't like love to eat. I kind of just eat to like
To
stay
survive.
alive. Yeah, and I mean I try to eat pretty well, like pretty healthy. Um, so obviously you kind of have to throw like pleasure to the side a little bit when you want to do that. But if I'm, whatever. If I'm going to say fuck it, let's go crazy. It would be just a giant bowl of ramen.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. My next question, Andy, if you could pick somebody to collaborate with, who would it be?
Oh man, that's a really good question. Um, hmm. It depends, man. I guess it depends on the vein and kind of the responsibilities um, of the song. But like, I would want to do something with like Billy Martin. Like, I think that would be really cool because I feel like her music is so opposite. It's not that far, I mean, removed compared to like Thy Art Is Murder is like here and Billy Martin's here. So yeah, I think we, just finding someone to collaborate with that has a bit of like, polarity to them, so they're a complement, would be rad. So maybe Billy Martin, and then maybe, man, I wish I knew. Yeah, I don't know. We'll do those. We'll do just her, and maybe like if I've always wanted to do like the music I play isn't super heavy, and I've got some heavier stuff that I'm writing right now, but not like just like brutal. It has like it's not. I don't want to write heavy music for the sake of just making something heavy.
Of course.
But if I could just do like a fucking party heavy song, it would be like the vocalists of Gideon or like Thy Art Is Murder, and I can't remember their names. But maybe either of those guys and just be like, go crazy.
There you go. I know Gideon's vocalist is Dan. I don't know his last name, but just for that reason, Dan, you definitely get
it might
Dan.
be trouble though, because they're from Tuscaloosa. I went to Auburn University, so there might be a little beef.
I think he can push that aside.
Yeah, we could probably get past that. It's like, hey, yeah, we're adults.
Awesome. My next question, Andy, personal favorite of mine, and I always ask this question: if you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Oh shit. Okay, man. I would be Mario in Super Mario Sunshine. I think that was one of the
very selective. I love it.
Yeah, I thought that was like one of the best games ever. It's so imaginative. It's like just super positive. And yeah, I don't know. It just goes.
Who doesn't want to live like on an island too? That's.
Yeah, it was like this. It was paradise. Yeah, I would just do that, and I would go clean up like goop with my water gun backpack. So. Yeah.
Living the dream. That's what
exactly.
we say. So
yeah, if you do that in reality, it's like you're probably making minimum wage and living in some shitty port city in Louisiana or something.
But if you're doing Super Mario Sunshine, you're not. You're living in like the Bahamas or something.
Exactly.
Living the dream there. So awesome. My next question, Andy. In your opinion, who puts on a great live show?
Man, I've seen a fair bit of music. I'm not like. I'm sure people have seen way many more live shows than I have, but one band that really, really, really impressed me was Whitechapel.
Yeah.
And I really like Whitechapel, but this was kind of irregardless of me liking them. Their tightness as a band and then their production quality was insane. They played at Come and Take It, and so I gotta obviously like cut the front of house guy some credit. They just sounded huge. It was just brutal, and they just had like the stage presence was insane. So definitely something like I want to look up to, because as we look into playing live shows, I'm not cool with just setting up the amp, the drums, and like, all right, let's go. It's like
and just stand there, like
Right. It's like, no, I want to make sure it's an experience for people.
I feel like the only bands that can kind of get away with that. Like, I love seeing Sean. I mean, they like jump around and stuff, but like their stuff's just like so technical that I'd be like, I'd love to just kind of like just stand there and just shred,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw them with Polyphia like a year or two ago, and it's like, you guys are really good musicians. You're shredding. Go ahead and stand still. Like that's Between the Bear to Me does that too. Like they're not super active. I think the bassist is pretty kinetic, but. Yeah, I think if you can get into it,
Absolutely. My next question, Andy, if you could compile a dream tour, who'd be
on?
on?
Okay, so Pianos Become the Teeth would be one. I would love to see them live. I saw them before I was really a fan, which is weird. And I was like, I don't know about these guys. And then I heard the music. They're actually really, really dope. Man, I guess them. I would like to see Good Tiger live, and they're actually coming to Austin, so I'm gonna get my chance then. I would like to see the like 2005 Norma Jean lineup play "Oh God, the Aftermath" in its entirety, because
Oh,
that album is like what got me into into like the heavier genre music. When I first heard it, I was like, "What is this shit?" And then there used to be an old venue in Dallas called The Door, and I'm
yes,
sure
I've
like
heard of it. Yep.
yeah, man, it was like this little weird shotgun venue that like met at an angle, and there's this like balcony. I remember being up on the balcony, and I think it was Invertebrate. It was Invertebrate. I think it's the second song on the CD, the very end in the breakdown. I remember looking down at the strobing lights and seeing just movement. Every like it was
Yeah.
just yeah. I was just like whoa. So yeah, pianos become the teeth. Good Tiger, and then the 2005, 2004 Norma Jean lineup.
Awesome, awesome. My
Yeah.
next question, Andy, favorite TV show, favorite movie.
Damn. Okay. I'll go favorite movie first. I don't really watch a ton of TV, to be honest. So I might have to do a throwback. But for the movie, I really love the movie Sunshine.
Okay.
If you've seen, are you familiar?
I'm not familiar.
It's
What?
with what's his name? Cillian Murphy, the guy who's in like Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay, okay,
He's in
okay.
28 Days Later. It's like a science fiction, um, semi post apocalyptic. Actually, it's kind of like pre apocalyptic because it's like contingent on this mission they're on if there will be apocalypse or not.
Okay.
And then TV show. Um, it's tough. I love okay throwback Band of Brothers. I thought was like
Nice. Yeah.
amazingly done. So I'll go throwback on that too, and that's probably fucking 2004. I should just
You should just look at 2004.
yeah, and like Super Mario Sunshine probably came out that year.
Yeah,
Like if
there
I
you
could
go.
get us to go back, that's
You
my
could just
heaven.
get a time machine and just move back to 2004. That would be
Right,
perfect.
Spring
Awesome.
Billy Martin with me. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. My next question, Andy, if there was one album that you could listen to for a month straight, what album would it be?
Oh Jesus. Hmm. So maybe that one Pianos record I mentioned, "Son, I Loved You at Your Darkest" by Cities Burn. That'd be a little tough. I'd have to,
Yeah.
like I think
Yep.
TT's vocals are just. I'd be like, all right, we gotta hold out a few days before I listen to this again. Or probably something like again, like kind of in that climax, like that chill hop, like heavy beat, like lo-fi hip hop vein would be this guy named Alex, Alicks.
Okay.
It's just really, really chill. It's very easy to listen to. Probably that.
There you
That'd
go.
probably go there. Yeah.
Because you want to get like bombarded. Like I feel like either people pick like the nostalgic route where they'll listen
Yeah.
to something and they'll be like, I could listen to this all day, every day for the rest of my life or something like that. And then other people are just like, okay, well, I don't want to like kind of like ruin the vibes and the love that I have for that
Yeah.
record. So I'm just gonna listen to something that's very like minimalistic and just kind of just
Yes.
gets me through. So
Exactly. Exactly.
I like that. And lastly, Andy, of course, the most important thing, tell them about your band Paula, where they can find you at, and like anything coming up in the next couple months.
Cool, man. Yeah. We just released our first EP called The Seven Earths. We put a lot of time and effort into it, so hopefully that comes across and that anyone who listens to it likes it. You can check us out on paula.band. It's our website. We're at facebook.com/PaulaATX. We are on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all that stuff. We're a little hard to find, unfortunately. So I would say go to paula.band. We have vinyls for sale. Yeah, like, first physical product out of the gate is a vinyl. So what other band is that? And yeah, man, in the next few months, we're just going to be writing. We're looking for a drummer. We're looking to put a live show together. We're going to be writing more, recording more, maybe doing covers. And this, hopefully this is just the beginning of Paula.
Awesome, awesome. Well, definitely shout outs to Reddit. I don't know what thread you found me on, but
Post-hardcore.
I put them on all of them. So I
Yeah.
literally did like 20 of them on all of the Reddit things. So if you didn't see it, whatever, you didn't see it. But anyway, thanks to Reddit, post hardcore thread, whatever. Really great stuff. They always have like cool things on
Yeah.
their page. But definitely go check out Paula. I have yet to check it out, but I will go check it out after this. So I'm excited to go listen
Yeah, be
to it.
honest. Be honest. Let
I,
me know what you
I,
think.
I
And
will be honest. I will be honest, Andy.
good.
Definitely go check links in the description where you go find out about Andy's band Paula, all of their music. Pick up a vinyl. That'd be really cool. I'm a vinyl kind of collector now at this point, so I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to go. I have to go scoop one up now
Well,
at this
yeah.
point,
You can find it on the website.
so I
Yeah,
can
and
be in the exclusive club of having it, And then when you guys get big, I'll just be like, I had it back when they weren't
that's
cool
right.
whatsoever. So now, now I got it. So now it's like super rare. But
Yeah.
go
Sorry.
ahead,
Go ahead.
go finish.
I was going to say, I don't know if you're familiar. There's a little uh, production company called Little Elephant.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
you're familiar.
I think
So they actually do lathe cuts, and it's through them. And I think they're out of Toledo, Ohio. So shout out to them for putting it together. Rob Courtney, I believe, is the guy's name I've been in correspondence with. He's been really just communicative and very helpful. So just want to give him some love, and then also want to give you some love, man. This is cool. I
thank you.
support the channel. I was going through videos, just trying to get an understanding of like what to expect, and it seems just like you're a fan of this vein of music, and you're sharing it with people, and I think it's dope, man. I think you should keep doing it and
Well,
pursue it.
thank you very much. Again, go check out Paula's stuff. If you enjoyed this interview, please subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. It goes a long way. Also, click that bell because then you get notified of when cool things come
Subscribe.
out. There you go. Thank you. Also, huge thanks to Andy for coming on. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. It was great talking to you and meeting you over the internet.
Awesome. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, of course. If you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.